Hi all, Dan here with your latest ramblings on the day that we send out our club bottle. So it's been picked up by the Royal Mail truck this afternoon and should be starting to arrive with everyone on Monday, with most having it by Tuesday, I hope, all being well. And it's been an interesting week in the background. Our December bottle fell through a bit last minute, but I've already got us a replacement in brand we were looking to work with next year. So yeah, quite glad we've got that sorted out quite nice and quickly, and it's going to be a lovely bottle to try. I think we're getting the first bottles off the production line, so that'll be a good one for us. That's next time. But that experience is actually something I thought I'd talk about, is how difficult it's been to buy whiskey the last 18 months. It's been an interesting time in that the demand has been so high, whether that be from new whiskey drinkers, existing ones buying more. There's a lot more FOMO. Every release we have to try, we have to get. A lot of them just sit on shelves and don't get drunk. And then we have investors who have been adding to that demand. So it's been high demand. A lot of brands going, well, why do we need to do any marketing? Everything sells out without trying. This is something that will change going forward, so that should make it a little bit easier to buy for us and get a little bit more variation. But Scotch is a whole different thing in this, because the secondary reason why it's getting difficult to buy and why prices have been going up is that there's a limit on supply. Because if you go back, say 15, 20 years, think of what distilleries were doing. Some were mothballed, there was a lot less demand for whiskey, and most of it was blends. So what's happening is, because this wasn't foreseen, how could you? Same happened in Japanese. In the 90s, the distilleries actually shut down or reduced capacity, and then 10 years later, they start winning awards. Everyone goes nuts for Japanese whiskey, but as it takes a number of years for that whiskey to come to age for some of them, there isn't enough to go around. So this big spike in demand isn't matched with a big spike in supply a number of years ago. Let's call it 15. So there is actually a limit on supply, which hurts us a little bit too in trying to buy. But worry not, I've been spending quite a lot of time recently just increasing our network of contacts of brands we deal with to make sure we can carry on bringing good stuff. One of the ways I've had to deal with it, the last couple of years, is we work with brands a second time in quite short succession. They're the ones that come in last minute and fill in for others that have dropped out. I do plan one every now and then. We've got one in the plan for next year I want to work with again, because we're creating something quite unique. It's going to be a completely new experience, I think, for all, if not for most, and it's something different. It has to be done. But it's coming together. We've got some interesting bottles lining up. One was from this year that is going to be so unique. I can't wait for you all to do it. There's been issue after issue, mainly glass shortages on that side, but that's lining up. Looking at online events, I know we didn't get our virtual festival this year, and I've been working on another format. We couldn't get that to run this year, but I'm hopeful spring we're going to be we're going to have a little event, not as big as a virtual festival, but still good fun, still learning, still trying new things, and still great value as well. Also working hard to try and find a deal for us that's around the price of our club bottle. A lot of the stuff I'm able to get hold of is lovely whiskey, but I do realise that the prices are up and up and up and up and up. So it's been working for quite a long time, 1.5, 2 years on one deal, and it looks like it might come through. And so we'll have some really good value on something to try out as well. So there's a lot going on in the background. Tom and John are improving the automation of what we do, so the manual side of, say, loading delivery list is reduced, and everything's improving. So hopefully you'll keep on seeing the club improve, the quality of the bottles improve, and the variety is still there. I'm working really hard to make sure we don't put a price increase through on what we do. It's not easy, but that is the plan. It does, we will have a 50cl bottle next year, potentially two, annoyingly. One was planned for this year, and has been pushed back. When I said earlier, we have to try it. You have to. It's so unique. It has to be done. Everything about it is unique. We're doing it. The other one was the one for this year. It's definitely something to try from a country it's normally quite expensive. I'm trying to get them to put an extra sample in there as well as something else that they do, so we'll make up a little bit for it. But these are the ideas. This is what's going on at the moment, just planning next year. I thought you'd like a little bit of an insight of just the nuts and bolts of it. This is what goes on with buying. It's October, our October bottle. It's the 6th one we had planned. 5 fell through, the first one in January this year. All good reasons, but we're getting there, and it's going to improve next year. So yeah, we've got some fun coming up, most importantly. Anyway, hope you're having great whiskey and sharing it with friends.